Going. We are joined here by Sandy Lowe, which is our second Ybowl team sponsor.
Fantastic.
They are joined by Gavin Sum, Brianna Chrysler, Sierra Gard, Lucas Holland, and Kevin Wolcott. Sandy Lowe has been a coach for Team Canada for several years. She's been on Team Canada for the women. She's represented at World Cup, all over every continent. She's, she's a true Hall of Famer. And
oh yeah, definitely.
I think she's definitely going to help the kids, when they're having that tough time, get them through all that stuff. We'd like to make a shout out to Cameron Hurtubise.
Yeah.
He is our judge of play.
Well.
Yeah,
Two of our judges of play here. They're doing a fantastic job for the day.
We got our defending champion on this pair, Melissa Legault. Her team ended up winning the first ever annual Rogers Cup last year.
It's a shame they can't defend the title against J&K.
I see you're sticking with the J&K.
I will always stick with J&K.
Melissa Legault is sponsored. Her team is Team Boon Burger. Boon Burger is a local restaurant here in Barrie. It's all vegetarian, and we'd like to thank Boon Burger for their continued support. Actually, it's their first year supporting our Rogers Cup, and they've done a lot for us.
They have.
And we can't thank them enough. Melissa Legault's team is joined by Jacob Bowden, Nicholas Pacheco, Regan Wormington, Carter Bailey, and Olivia Papa.
Nice little break there.
For entering here in the sixth game, we'd like to thank J&K Bowling Supplies for their continued support in the second annual Rogers Cup. Kyle, I wish you the best of success here in the shop. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me up here. It's been wonderful with the view.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So Zach, who do we got this game on our feature pair?
We have defending champion Melissa Legault here. Last year she won the first ever Rogers Cup. Now she's back again, looking to do a repeat.
Who was her team last year?
I believe it was Curtis Bach, Carly Foster. I can't remember them all. I don't have the details in front of me of last year's teams. Yeah, as well, we're joined by Coach Sandy Lowe. She's a Hall of Famer here in our bowling world here in Canada. Everyone knows her. She's traveled around the world, won medals. She's a great ambassador for our sport.
Personally, I don't know her that well, but I've heard her name for long enough that I've known of her.
So we will have the standings for you very shortly. They are just printing them off, and then we'll keep you updated with who's in what position, getting down to the nitty-gritty later, and it'll be an exciting conclusion to what happens here. We'd also like for you to check out our Twitter page. We got a whole bunch of hashtags for you guys to do. We got hashtag Ybowl, hashtag Rogers TV Cup, hashtag Bowling Barrie, hashtag Let's Roll, as well as some of our sponsor hashtags. Hashtag Smokes Poutineery, Boontastic, and Boon Burger Barrie. Go to our Twitter page, like it, hashtag, get people to retweet them. Also join our Facebook page. Let's get it up to 500 or even 1,000 likes today. Tell your friends, watch, take a couple minutes of your day, come join us, myself, Zach Wilkins, and the legendary Harwin Urbanski here in the booth.
Just wrapping up Game 5 here across some of our other pairs.
Is it Game 5?
I think so. Not sure, they're bowling so fast.
They are bowling really quick today. Seems that they're averaging like 5 minutes each game. 5 minutes per game. It's gonna be a very quick day. A lot of quick decisions are gonna have to be made.
I think everybody's just excited to get done their bowling and go out to that Smokes Poutine truck and have themselves a nice poutine from our friends over at Smokes.
I think Hartwin's a little excited. Hartwin wants to try the pulled pork poutine today. It's pulled pork smothered with cheese curds, gravy. Smokes Poutineery. Come drop by here at Bowlerama Barrie and get it while it's hot. And we have the updates after, yeah, this is Game 5, so updates after 4 games. Team Green Machine is just killing it right now. They are, after 4 games, have 880. They are averaging 220 out of the team. That is pretty high.
For Baker, that is quite an accomplishment.
Yes. Followed by Patent Building Supplies. They are at 795. Team Lay Bowling Stones, 789. In 4th is Northern Products, 767. We got Diamonds at 755. In 6th, we have R&R Auto Supply at 747. Ybowl Canada, 729. Leisure Lanes at 699. Burlington Bowl, 697. Our second Ybowl Canada team, they're at 694. DMAC Automation, 694. J&K Bowling Supplies, 690. Team Lay Pin Crushers is at 690 as well. Infinite Financial, 683. Team Snap, Crackle, and Pop at 681. Boon Burger Cafe at 661. CrossFit Newmarket Central, 637. And rounding out the bottom is standard recreation and fitness at $5.96. So it seems to me that the scoring pace is a little higher than we anticipated for now. What are your thoughts on that, Harwin?
Right from our one team at the top, the scoring pace is sitting right around where I thought it would to make the cut. What is our cut today after 18 games?
They will be taking the top half of the field, and then they will bowl 8 more games, and then they'll have the stepladder finals once they cut to the top 3.
It's going to make for a long day of bowling for some of our competitors out here.
It definitely is. Eating nutritious meals. The stamina in our sport is definitely a crucial thing. So being hydrated, eating the proper meals. Being mentally prepared is basically a key for today's long, grueling Rogers TV Cup. So we had Coach Sandy Lowe's team here shoot 167. Melissa Legault's team can max out with a spare here in the 8th for a 190. So we had the first ever annual Rogers kickoff tournament yesterday. And Harwin, you came up all the way from Kingston to bowl in it. What were your thoughts on that tournament?
I was actually really surprised. It was quite a big turnout, a lot more people than I expected. But all in all, it made for a really fun day. There was a lot of talk on the lanes. Wasn't overly difficult.
Yeah, Wesley Shaw in our A division, who ended up winning the A division, shot an impressive 279 in the title match. That was really good.
When you're bowling for the gusto, that's a good game to have.
Yeah, 279 doesn't get beat very often. We want to thank Bowlerama Barrie. We just got word that they donated all the lineage in lanes today. And 100% of it went back to the youth in a form of scholarship awards. How amazing is that?
That's definitely huge.
We'd like to thank Bowlerama Barrie, George Hushan, Alex Hushan, the owners, Tom Christou, the manager, Stephen Parsons, assistant manager, Bob Duncan, our oil and machine maintenance tech, as well as Laura Parsons, the food and beverage manager. She made a ton of cookies, a ton of cupcakes, and a massive cake for our event today for all the bowlers.
Double the test for Team Boon Burger. That's going to put them in the 170s. Where are they sitting in the standings after 4?
Boon Burger is sitting in 3rd last, unfortunately. So Melissa Legault, she is a former Team Canada member. She has represented all around the world. She's gonna have to sit down, talk with her team, and get them right back on the track. But I believe they were in this position last year, and all you got to do is make cut, and it's a brand new ballpark.
That's it. And with still 13 games to go, a lot can happen.
That is for sure.
I don't know about you, but it is hot in this bowling center.
Yeah, we got about 300, maybe 400 people in this building, so it's, and with the temperatures outside, it's definitely, it's gonna be a little sticky in here, a little humid in here. Being hydrated is going to be a very big key today for our bowlers.
Now, with it being hot and humid in here, what's that going to relate to for our bowlers? What kind of conditions is that going to create for them?
For our thumb, people who use a thumb, I mean, their thumb is gonna either get really sticky, it's gonna swell a lot, Hopefully a lot of them use tape. The approaches, they'll get a little bit tacky. The conditions are going to change a little bit more violently. So the coaches are definitely going to have to keep the kids aware of what's going on out there.
On the topic of tape, I have to agree with you. I can't push and stress that enough to people. Tape is such an important thing to have in your ball. It creates endless feel. You swell a little bit, you take a little tape out, your thumb shrinks, you put a little tape in.
Exactly. One of our old coaches here last year, Brad Angelo, he's done camps up here, and he stresses to have at least 8 or 9 pieces of tape in a bowling thumb hole.
And I agree with that, because your hand is the one thing that changes the most on your body. When it's cold, your hand will shrink. When it gets a little warm, your hand will swell. It's nice to have the variability of tape.
Off to our right, Joshua Batista on 32 just spared the 2-4-10. He is definitely in the moment today. He really wants to win. So with our Team Canada trials coming up, what do you think it's like for our kids to bowl in this to get ready for that?
I think it definitely helps that we run this tournament on a sport pattern. Again, we are on WTBA Tokyo. It's a 43-foot sport compliant pattern. It's very possibly one of the patterns we will run into at team trials. The transition will be similar. Now again, at team trials, we do bowl on a long, a medium, and a short pattern.
And that is being held in Oshawa this year at Leisure Lanes. They're another sponsor here today, Bob Grace's Pro Shop, owned by the legend, the fossil, Jack Grace's brother. In our next featured pair after this, we will have Daniel Reed's team. I'm excited. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty excited to have him.
Daniel Reed is always a good time, always a fun guy to bowl around. Very loud, very outspoken. Had the pleasure of bowling a lot of youth tournaments with him.
My first ever CTF National out in Edmonton, I got to bowl with Daniel Reed. He always made fun of my red hair. But
That's the Daniel Reed
then
way.
again, that's Daniel Reed. We love you, Daniel. Stay classy.
Sometimes.
Oh, a very nice conversion for Gavin Sum. Keeps Team Ybowl in it.
How many Team Ybowls do we have today?
We
Just
have
the 2 of
two
them?
Team Ybowls. One is coached by our very own Sandy Lowe. And our other Team Ybowl is coached by Kevin Mitchell. Oh, we have a lefty two-hander on this featured pair, Jacob Bowden. You don't see very many lefty two-handers.
Actually, he just converted to two-handed recently, I believe, sometime last season.
He did. He messaged me on Facebook. We talked a little bit and helped him out a little bit, and his game's definitely come a long way. He definitely loved the art form of bowling two-handed. So
I think we just had our first black cloud moment, talking about somebody, and they go up and miss their spare.
might be a Wiseman jinx, or what are we gonna, Urbanski jinx today.
Don't label me with that. Come on.
Well, actually, it could be a Wilkins jinx, only because he was two-handed, so I'll have to take the fall for that.
I'm letting you take that one. That had nothing to do with me.
So Boonberger struggling here again. They spare here in the 10s can only show possible 163. That's it's definitely not going to move them up in the standings at all.
They might gain a couple pins around. Looking around, some of the scores are dropping off a little bit. I see off in the distance, we got a couple low 140s, 150s.
Then again, we are only in game number 6, so there are still another 12 Baker games left.
Just a third of the way done here today with our opening qualifying. Big break there for Boonberger. Giving a 163 finish.
If you are joining us right now, we are live here in Bowlerama, Barrie, Ontario. The second annual Rogers TV Cup. We'd like you to share our posts, share the stream, get everyone watching. Go to Twitter, Facebook, like our page, start hashtagging. We will have some prizes. Actually, we will have a prize for whoever can name the winning team. If someone can name the winning team and call it beforehand, you could possibly be a winner today. You can win yourself some nice towels, some bowling supplies from J&K Bowling. We had Kyle in here earlier. Team Ybowl can struggle in here for one possible 157.
Boonberger looking to gain a couple pins. .155 finish for Team Ybowl.